mystic, strange.
Welcome. Aries.
Self-discipline and training, tenacity in the face of a dry or slow period, and laboring quietly or under meager conditions were all common concepts during this time period. You have the ability to concentrate, work carefully and thoroughly, and complete a task that appears to be unimportant but has real-world value and significance. You also have the ability and stamina to accomplish all of these tasks. Right now, you are experiencing feelings of expansion, enthusiasm, and optimism. You want to broaden your horizons, participate in more activities, and gain more experiences. You have a lot to gain from the opportunities that come your way right now, and you might meet someone who will be very important to you and beneficial to you in the future. You should seize these opportunities while you can.
Taurus.
It seems like an unnecessary amount of effort to use a hammer to drive a carpet tack into the floor, when a pile driver can accomplish the same task in one-half the time. It is reasonable to assume that a great deal of unnecessary action will be taken across the board as a result of the widespread prevalence of this way of thinking. Instead of attempting to negotiate with them, it is in your best interest to simply shoot them in the face with both barrels of your weapon. Politics is a game that should only be played by courageous individuals who are true fighters. It is a good idea to make use of a lot of force when it is absolutely necessary to do so. However, you should make every effort to conserve your supplies. Now is the time to put in a lot of effort and use a lot of force because it is absolutely necessary.
Gemini.
It is possible that your plans and ideas will go through significant shifts, be forced to go through modifications, or be rewritten entirely from the ground up. You shouldn't put all of your hopes and expectations on a single thing, because there's always a chance that it won't turn out as planned. It's better to spread them out over multiple things. In addition to this, there is a good chance that you will come to the realization that the individual or thing in question possesses a quality that was not anticipated by you. This quality can have both positive and negative connotations. The fact that you might find this information upsetting isn't going to change the fact that it helps you fill in some blanks you weren't previously aware of. In addition, it is entirely conceivable that you are dealing with political maneuvering, Machiavellian strategies, or other activities that take place behind the scenes. It is not impossible for any one of these things to be taking place all at once.
Cancer.
You will have a strong desire to make a few minor changes to your work, but these changes will be critical. Consider the following scenario. You are actively engaged in some type of commercial activity. If this is the case, you may decide to discontinue some advertising, use new sources for various services, assign new responsibilities to employees, modify advertising to appeal to a new market, change the product line, and take other similar actions. Choosing to procrastinate instead of putting your ideas into action is the worst decision you can make right now. It's the worst decision you can make right now. You already have an excellent sense of balance and proportion when it comes to effectively meeting goals and objectives, and you should use this sensitivity to improve on the current situation.
Leo.
Now is the time to rely solely on yourself and the resources you have available to you. Bring together any dispersed forces and focus on the task at hand. It's possible that you'll run into a number of roadblocks and setbacks, which will prevent you from getting as much done or working as quickly as you would like. Nevertheless, you are able to perform an extensive job and take on the challenging or unpleasant tasks that you would normally avoid. You are likely to experience feelings of frustration and resentment or the restrictions or monotony of this time period. Now is the time for you to put in effort that is patient and requires perseverance. It is important to avoid becoming disheartened or lashing out at the people who are responsible for you.
Virgo.
Today is a good day to take it easy and not push or be pushed too far. Rash decisions, exaggerated emotions, emotional conflict, and anger may be lurking around the corner, so it's best to take it easy and not push or be pushed too far. In a similar vein, do not let your high energy propel you into territory where even angels fear to tread, as having an excessive amount of confidence can lead to trouble. After counting to 10, you may continue. If you venture into uncharted territory, you will discover that others are doing the same thing, making this an excellent strategy for transforming this energy. Ingenuity and originality are highly valued, and endeavors and activities of a personal nature that demonstrate these characteristics are favored. It does not matter what it is. Now is the time to try it if you have not already. Open your eyes, pay close attention, and give it a shot.
Libra.
It would appear that a significant amount of effort and friction has been wasted in recent times, and the present has a quality that can be described as grating. This can be brought on by unnecessary repetition, which causes the system to overheat, or by hasty aim, which leads to backing up and filling in the gaps. You should wait to make significant choices until you have more experience under your belt, but in the future, you will profit from the lessons you learn right now. This time period is characterized by a general tendency to fire an excessive number of shots in a short amount of time, shoot from the hip, miss, and erupt in ways that are unpredictable. Accidents are common, tempers can easily boil over, and people frequently come to regret decisions they made in a hurry. To successfully cross the street, you need to keep your composure, look in both directions as you walk, and avoid any potentially explosive situations.
Scorpio.
For instance, if you need to examine a small object in great detail, you might find that a flashlight is more effective than a floodlight in illuminating the subject. The ideas that are frequently the most simple are the ones that end up being the most innovative, and the common household appliance is what makes the majority of inventors wealthy. The current trend is to make use of strategies that appear to be straightforward to implement, but in reality are extremely effective. Journeys of desire that have been interrupted nonetheless continue, albeit at a more leisurely pace. If at first you don't succeed in accomplishing what you set out to do, try again, but this time try doing things in a slightly different way. Keep doing this until you figure out how to get past the obstacles. In order to overcome challenging circumstances in which there are insufficient resources available, an individual must rely on their ingenuity and perseverance.
Sagittarius.
It is possible that you will experience a setback right now, whether it be in the creative endeavors you are pursuing or the professional career you are pursuing. Your business partner and your other associates do not recognize or appreciate the significant effort and progress that you have made toward achieving your goals and objectives. If you are unable to overcome the challenges, you may feel discouraged, which may lead to a block in either your thought or creative processes. If you are unable to overcome the challenges, you may become frustrated. It may be difficult for you to form romantic relationships with people who are already in committed relationships or who have the potential to enter into committed relationships in the future. Even though it may be difficult for you to connect on a deeper, more emotional, and more personal level with others, you might find that your relationships take on a more spiritual quality as time goes on.
Capricorn.
Insights into how to make processes better can be prompted by moments of inspiration, which can have a lifelong impact. Considering the abundance of cutting-edge ingenuity currently available, now would be an excellent time to submit an application for a patent. Maintain an open mind and make mental notes of any insights that come to you at this time. This is an excellent opportunity for the proverbial aha moment to take place. Timing is portrayed as being of the utmost importance throughout the majority of the days ahead. Putting in the effort to make it function and ensuring that it will deliver as promised without becoming derailed or distracted is sound advice for ensuring that it will be successful. It is difficult to avoid becoming bored while engaging in such activities. The trick is to take something that is already considered beautiful and give it a new and interesting spin on it.
Aquarius.
The quest for beauty on a shoestring can be enlightened by the lessons that can be gleaned from bygone eras, in which people were more thrifty and inventive with the resources at their disposal. A design that has clean lines, muted colors, and a traditional aesthetic is currently experiencing the greatest amount of success on the market. When love is brought into clearer focus, its intensity increases, and the most efficient way to honor the gods is to build altars that are bare of any adornment whatsoever. The following few days will be filled with intense desires that will be intermittently broken up by fleeting moments of satiety or boredom. Therefore, if you are looking for something challenging, now is the time to jump in. However, once you are in the water, it might be difficult to keep your dedication to the activity intact. When one's hunger is satisfied, the pangs of hunger feel less intense.
Pisces.
It is possible that another person you meet will be eager to assist you in spreading some of the innovative and creative ideas that you have. It's possible that your romantic life will improve for the better right now as well. There are a lot of different things you can do to rekindle the flame in an old relationship or to increase the romance in your marriage. If you are willing to consider all of your potential partners, you may find that you are able to enter into a relationship with a single person that is both more harmonious and more intimate. It is possible that you will communicate with the people who are important to you in a more understated manner, perhaps by being more attentive, kind, and tender. Alternately, your preferences could shift and you could start looking for more fantastic refinement and equilibrium in the relationships you maintain.